This is the archer from the United States, Miriam Trafford. It's some sort of contraption on her knee there. Trafford family have an extended. Well, I've always had archers shooting in this in a world championship. Miriam here has a couple of sisters in Heather and Rachel, who have also competed for the United States in the junior ladies Recurve event. And Urska of Slovenia. Did she shoot yesterday as well?
I'm not sure.
I'm sure she would have shot yesterday.
Let me look.
Let's have a look, shall we?
No, Slovenia women didn't.
Not the junior women, no.
No.
Okay. So these Recurve archers would move back onto the red pegs that are set out on the course. So this four face is now being shot at 25 meters for both these girls. So we've got a 3 to start with for Urska, and a 5 for Miriam. Good come down there. Got to make sure you're settled before you get into it. You're a Recurve archer, aren't you? I mean, you can take the lead on technique and things into this one. Another 3 from Urska of Slovenia.
I think because the draw length is so important, a lot of Recurve archers like to have like a pretend draw up.
Yeah.
Try and get the bow up right.
So that sort of pre-draw kind of thing.
Yeah, get your posture right, and then go for it for real.
So you see Miriam there just having a little pause halfway through the draw. Is that what you're talking about?
And well, just to come up to full draw and then as a practice.
I see. Okay.
And then come down.
4 fairly consistent start there from Miriam Trafford with a 5.44. Urska shooting a 4.4, maybe a 5. Our spotters have got it down as a 4-star, which means that the judges will have a look at that one before the scores are confirmed. That could easily get upgraded to a 5, cutting Miriam's lead of 3-2 going into the second target. Again, arguably our most difficult target at 22 degrees up. These archers will be shooting it from 45 meters.
I think someone's singing next to a microphone.
I know, it's quite nice actually. I have a mini Katy Perry in our midst somewhere. We do, don't we? We shall name and shame that person as soon as we know who it is. On to target 2, 45 meters, you can see written on the peg there. And all the way up there in the distance is the target they're aiming for. I think arguably the sun affects compounders more with the lenses on their scopes, and I've got a feeling that sun is just going to make its appearance as the compounds start their matches. Going to be difficult conditions, but concentrating on this is a 3 from Urska to start. Bit low, maybe took a little bit too much off. Not punished by Miriam with a 3, high 3, both moving their sights. Must be difficult with that knee issue on these steeper targets.
Possibly. What I would find difficult is having my feet quite flat and shooting upwards.
Mm-hmm.
For a shot like this, I'd like my left foot to be higher than my right.
We're probably going to see a 5-star, from Urska. They're very close to the 6. Miriam needs to shoot something similar, 5. Both sight adjustments from the archers proving accurate. Ooh, and a poor arrow from Urska. You can't find your sight mark and then shoot at 2. You need to put the pressure on. Miriam has another chance to extend her lead here. Not looking overly settled, if I'm honest. Taking a little bit too long.
Clicker there.
Yeah, 4. Got away with it almost. It's like I say, she could have taken a bit more advantage of that open door from Urska, but a 4 will be good enough to extend the lead further again. So Miriam with a 4-point lead, which could turn into a 3-point lead, depending on whether Urska's arrow will be called a 6 or a 5. And it has been upgraded to a 6, cutting that lead to 3 points for Miriam at halfway through this bronze medal match. Onwards to the bunny target, which for these archers will be 15 meters. We saw the blue pegs, the bear bow shooting off the blue peg at 10 meters. 5 meters further for these archers because they have, well, these aids, the sight and the long rods, the stabilization to shoot more accurately. Okay, Urska up into the swing of things fairly quickly. Shooting a solid 4. I think she's going to start, well, she's going to need to start shooting a bit more than that now to get back into this match. These matches, these sighted archers matches, tend to be a lot closer. Not as many mistakes made by the archers. So she's going to have to find the gold fairly soon to get some points back, but Miriam seems to be struggling again to get that arrow through the clicker. Urska, where did that arrow go? I think that's a 1. You can just see it on the top target.
And a 3 for Miriam.
Just getting some information on Miriam's knee issue. She's wearing a steel brace on her right leg. She cannot actually, well, she can't actually stand without it. So it's incredible that she's even here shooting. A while ago, she tore her ACL and LCL in half. So she is in all sorts of issues there. She does play some competitive volleyball, and well, tore her ACL and LCL in a competitive match in that just before coming away. So she's shooting a lot of discomfort, but wanted to defend her world title against her doctor's advice. And not a lot of people go against their doctor's advice, but Miriam, obviously a sturdy performer and a determined archer, wanting to, like I say, defend her world title, which is admirable. When she gets home, she'll be going straight into surgery, apparently. And when she returns to the Air Force Academy later on this week, when she gets back from Ireland. So, well, interesting, isn't it? She can't be. Well, she seems to be walking on it, all right, but obviously the steel brace is helping with all that.
Well, she does have a limp there.
Yeah,
as well.
I can't imagine how painful that's going to be.
Getting through the courses up and down the hills and through the ditches, and that must have been quite unpleasant for her.
Makes the GB archer Lucy, who she's twisted her ankle a little bit and didn't shoot much for the first couple of days. Traffords are made of sturdier stuff, apparently. Like I say, she's going back to the Air Force Academy next week, and I'm pretty sure Rachel and Heather are also Air Force Academies as well. So Miriam, with a 7-point lead going into this last target. I'm going to be honest with you, neither archer's shooting very well on that bunny. Urska had a 4-1-1. She had a pretty good opportunity to pull some points back on Miss Trafford there, who only shot a 4-4-2. It turns out that 4-4-2 was enough to extend the lead. So, very open lead for Miss Trafford to defend her world title going into this last target. 60 meters for these recurve archers now. A lot further. Is that a 1? I don't know where that one's finished for Urska. The rock's just covering where the arrows landed, but our spotters are calling it a 1. And Miriam, solid 4. Ten-point lead, 2 hours to go. A 4 from Urska. Just talking to herself, composing herself. Do you do that on the line? Do you talk to yourself like that?
Oh, I do, yeah, non-stop. Most of it's gibberish.
I can imagine. Just struggling to get through there. Is that Amy Oliver? She'll be shooting for gold later on. Does she sing to herself? Does she sing in her head? Does she sing to herself?
And 3 for Slovenian.
Yeah, 3 for Slovenian. Miriam with a 1, but has won this World Championship with an hour to go. We've seen that a lot in the matches so far. We'll want that. This should be a lot closer than that going throughout the day. But like I say, she successfully defended her world title against all odds, and finishes with a solid 4 as well. So well shot from Miriam, especially under her circumstances. She'll be rushing home now to get that knee all fixed up at the Air Force Academy. But she has won. She's achieved her goal, and like I say, we'll be happy to get that knee sorted when she gets home and have a bit of a telling off from her doctor.